Before I get onto the topic of this here video, I would like to say, man, I sure as hell have procrastinated way too long, I'll tell you that. But why may that be the case for myself? Well, I'll tell you the long and tragic story as to why it took me so long to go back into making stuff. Well, I guess I might as well go ahead and tell you. I'm also living in a different state with some cousins who don't even like me. But that's not the point of this channel. I'm not gonna talk about that. This is not a ranting channel. This is a, quality, top quality mother-f***ing channel, baby. As top quality as I can make it anyway. Oh yeah, I was. Thanks for reminding me, you strange sounding man. So while I was gone, I've heard about this little game, right? It's kind of got like this chef dude in there. And plays very similar to that of Wario Land 4 on the Game Boy Advance. You can tell because the console says Game Boy Advance! That's pretty cool, huh? Well guys, I hate to say this, but this is nothing like Wario Land 4. I'm pretty sure that this is the game that people were talking about, right? I mean, who can resist this beautiful artwork? I guess you can say it's a chef's kiss. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers might notice that this is a Taito game. You know, the same guys behind this thing for the PlayStation, and vodka. Seriously, I am not kidding. I will love a bottle of this shit. Especially during a game of like G Darius or something. Let's just say I've been on a bit of a Taito crunch, okay? Anyway, Panik Restaurant was a game developed by EIM and it was published by Taito. I guess I should have done my research, but that's okay. I wanted to talk about Taito anyway because they're like my favorite. Anyway, it was released in the future year of 1992 for the Famicom or Nintendo Entertainment System. And I'll be playing the good old NES version, mainly because I like the stupid old man over, what, this guy supposed to be like a kid or something? I don't know. Though, you know what, I do like his headbutting sprite, so that's pretty cool, I guess. So the game starts off with our titular Chef Cookie walking down some kind of alleyway. Then all of a sudden, fruits start falling from the sky. Turns out it was Odove who dropped the fruit on his head. I am Odove. I have taken your nice little restaurant. And without any legal paperwork, Odove has taken your fucking restaurant. Odoves! As you can see, Panik Restaurant is a platformer game. You must guide Cookie through his own restaurant via 6 delectable levels. And because this restaurant's under new management, Odove has decided, you know what sells? Your food being alive. But luckily Odove was nice enough to leave some kitchen utensils lying about. But by default, you have a pan. And let me tell you, this pan sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong, it gets the job done, but like, you feel like you have no reach at all. Hell, even the headbutt looks like it has more reach. And I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but the best weapon in this game is the spoon. It works just like the pan, except it's longer. Ironically, the worst weapon in this game is probably the fork. At least with the pan, you can actually move about and hit stuff with it. The fork, though, you really don't have that much control. But hey, at least Cookie looks extremely sinister while using it. It's like he's out for some food blood. Cookie can also pick up some plates that he can throw. Too bad he throws them in an arch, so that means he misses everything. Meaning you kind of have to distance yourself from like an enemy in order to actually hit them with the plates. But most of the time you'll just be throwing them at walls. So yeah, don't even bother. Then you got the pot! You're basically invincible for a short period of time and that's about it really. You look goofy as hell in it though, that's for sure. And last but not least, eggs! Those come much later. And of course, you got your obligatory health pickups like the chef hat giving you an extra life, the candy fills up the heart meter, and the lollipop gives you an extra heart. But wait! There's more! So yes, every enemy you kill will drop a coin, even the bosses.
And that's because there's a slot machine mechanic.
It's basically another way to get some extra lives and all that other stuff. You can put all your money in there if you want, just like a real slot machine. And as a little side gig, you get these two mini games that you get to play. One's fishing and one's catching the eggs. You don't really gain anything from these things. It's more like a, you know, get more points type of thing. Though, interestingly enough, these like little mini games are actually their own standalone games. In plug and plays of all things. And that's your little interesting factoid for today. Now you can finally go tell all your friends. Now let's talk about those bosses. They're honestly pretty difficult. Especially if you have the stupid pan. Dude, like seriously, you have to like be up close and personal just to hit the guy. That is if you're able to avoid all the attacks and actually keep your good weapon. Or just straight up have the patience to wait until you attack at the right moment. And of course, traversing through the level to reach the bosses isn't really that much better either. I'm not saying that they're badly designed levels, but it's more like the enemy placement I'm talking about. For you see, this is one of those games where you can kill an enemy but they don't stay dead. Because as soon as you leave that area and if you wanted to come back, they'll respawn again. Like these fucking skewers in the fish level! Yeah, the fish level. And yes, they'll even attack, even if it's off screen. Then there's parts like this where like once you get hit, you try to climb back up again, and then you get hit again because of the whole respawning enemy thing. And then there's shit like this. Aside from those little issues, yeah, level design is okay. You generally know where to go with these levels, okay? Except for the naming, because sometimes the name doesn't really make any sense to what the level theme actually is. Like, why is this level called the salad level when it should really be called the soup level? I mean, it's got giant boiling pots! Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the music is really good. A lot of very upbeat tunes, and well use of sample drums, baby. Possibly the most calming of these tunes is the map screen music. Something about it makes you just feel like you're at peace. In fact, let's just take the time to just appreciate this song. Ah, map music. And last but not least, the desert level! I mean, dessert. You know, how like, you know, when you go to like a restaurant, and then like you order the food, and then you eat the main food, and then like after when you're done with the restaurant, you said, oh, can I have a dessert please? And then, you know, you just get like the dessert, and then it's like a tasty thing, and then... And of course it takes place in the sewers, where you'd find things like really cute looking jack-o'-lanterns, some spikes, and... McDonald's! Oh yeah, and this music, it kind of reminds me of a Bonk game. I don't know why. Specifically this one track from the NES Bonk game. Anyway, after traversing through this last level and dodging all of the enemies and obstacles and whatnot, you finally reach Oh-Hove, who seems to be popping a squat, along with his evil wok pot. Oh crap, my bad. What I actually meant to say was his evil wok pot! And of course, like any good chef, he boards his beaten up pan. I love the expression on this pan, by the way. I genuinely indeed fuck with that shit. And you know what's funny about this thing? You would think that because it has a propeller, it would control good. It actually fucking doesn't. Like seriously, it has that issue where like, when you let go of the control pad, your character would still go forward just a little bit like you're on ice. So throughout this boss fight, you're basically fighting the controls here. And hypothetically speaking, this is a very easy pattern, like in most traditional shoot-em-ups. Yeah, I really did compare Blast Wind to the final boss of Panik Restaurant. Same difference. Oh yeah, and remember those eggs? Well, I owe an apology to the plates. These eggs are even worse. You have to be super close to freaking Oh-Hove just to hit the guy. But you're not supposed to hit him, you're supposed to hit the balloon. So you gotta like do some kind of math shit just to, you know, calculate your trajectory of the fucking egg curve because of, you know, all that shit. That kind of thing. Anyways, so once you figure out that, you get to finally defeat Oh-Hove and his balloon-powered pot. And conveniently, your shit goes haywire too! Then Cookie plummets to his death! Oh wait, no, there's a balloon. He's fine. Oh, look at him go. He's so cute. Now, he actually does continue falling, but not very long. And just like that, the game is over. And who knows what happened to ANYWHOOO? I guess he actually just died. Like, literally, he's fucking dead forever. Yeah, Cookie killed him. He's dead, dude. He's gone. That's it. Don't fuck with Cookie. But hey, at least this track is funky as shit. So you know what? It's all good. We're good, man. In fact, it's so good that I decided to play something else. Like this game that's got some face characters. I don't know who they're from. It seems pretty fun, though.
I say, stop it!
And if you want to own a copy of Panik Restaurant, well, I'm afraid to say this, but you probably need some extra limbs you might want to sell, okay? I mean, they're not bad. Just a lot of coins, that's all. Well, at least this bootleg one is a pretty decent price, am I right? Right? I don't think anyone would pay for that much money for a video game. Especially an old game, that's for sure. So, that was my take on Panik Restaurant. Sorry it took me like 1 billion years and 1,000 seconds just to get this video out. But that's okay. It is now here, and now everybody can watch it! Video's over. Goodbye.